Simmers, it's ThatSimminWitch here, and we are doing another Makeover Monday. Today we are doing the Behrs, so Yuki and Candy from Windenburg. They too are based on MySims characters, just like the BFFs. However, I'm doing it a little bit differently, because they're kind of not a direct, copy of the MySims characters. I've kind of had them be more influenced by their characters rather than mimicking them. You can especially see with Candy's first outfit that I do. It is quite like DJ Candy's MySims character, but we're gonna get into that shortly. So out of the two sisters, I think that Candy is most like the MySims character. She obviously is a DJ in the game. She's also a DJ in MySims, obviously being called DJ Candy. So I have made her very first everyday outfit be like the MySims character DJ Candy. Just because I thought, for one, it was a nice little throwback to that character, but also it's quite 90s, the outfit, and my image that I have of Candy in my head is very influenced by 90s rave culture. I think she really loves 90s dance music and going to raves and dance parties, and that's what I really had in mind when I was picking out Candy's clothes for her outfits. So it took me a really long time to find the right trousers for the outfit. I mean, the red top was kind of easy because in it, I think she's got in her DJ Candy outfit, I think it's either a red cami top or a vest top like I have Candy wearing in this video. But it was the trousers that were giving me a little bit of grief. Obviously the trousers DJ Candy wears are quite bright green, and I couldn't quite find the right shade of green. The ones that I've gone for are a little bit more lime green, but I didn't want jeans, I wanted cargo trousers, and I wanted big baggy cargo trousers, so that's how I eventually picked those after deliberating for ages over them. Hair wise for Candy, I have shortened her hair and I made all of her hair pink. I did that because I like the idea of her having pink hair. I think it's quite cool, but I did the short hair mainly in the braids for most of her outfits, just because I think that that's quite it sort of fits with the 90s rave aesthetic. It's a nice neat way, but also quite youthful and fun and young way of having her hair up and out of her face. I also one of my style icons, if you like, that I was thinking about while I was picking Candy's clothes was the kind of clothes that Bjork used to wear in the 90s. So that's kind of where I thought about the hair. That's what originally I did kind of consider giving Candy space buns because of Bjork, but yeah, I changed my mind on that one just because I really liked the plaits instead. I also changed up her makeup, gave her more a smoky eye, and gave her winged eyeliner. The new kit, the Essential Glam makeup kit, is absolutely amazing. It's one of my favourite kits that we've ever had, and I have mostly just been using that makeup with all the Sims that I've been making over or creating recently, since it came out, and it's only been out for I don't know, a week or 2 weeks, something like that. So if you don't have that and you want some more makeup, I really, really recommend that. Her second outfit that I gave her for her everyday look is a jumpsuit. I thought that's quite accessible and like sort of easy for her to go around in, but also cool and funky, which was like the kind of vibe that I was going for. Like I could see people wearing that kind of thing to like a rave or whatever. So yeah, that's what inspired my everyday choices. So for her formal outfits, I really wanted to sort of distinguish them from her other outfits. Like I did want them to look like formal outfits, but at the same time, she's, in my opinion, she's not a super girly girl, so I didn't want to put her in like a ball gown or like a party dress or anything like that. That's why I went with the jumpsuit on her. I think it's like fun and sort of party-ish, but also formal enough that it works for a formal outfit. I also let her have her hair down, and I chose the hair that like is quite like poofy and like quite big, because I like the contrast between her everyday look being quite like close to her head and sleek, but then her really letting her hair down for formal events and for parties. And the second formal outfit, this like suit jacket with the shorts, I absolutely love this outfit on her. I think it really suits the vibe that I was going for. Like it's formal, but at the same time it is a little bit fun, and I think she just looks really cool in it. Like she's very petite, so the oversizedness works on her, and I'm really happy that I decided to choose that for her formal outfit. I don't really have anything specific to say about her athletic outfit. I just kind of wanted them to be like not too like high effort or too like actually like gym clothes, like professional sportswear, I suppose you would call it. More because I don't see her as being someone that really goes to the gym that often. I think that maybe she might go for the occasional jog or work out at home more than she would work out at the gym. I did do the wolf shirt for her second gym outfit or athletic outfit, just because like that's super 90s and I wanted to get that on her, just for the fun really. So for sleepwear, I did like one that was just like a little cami top and some underwear, just sort of like she's been out for the night and she kind of falls into bed kind of sleepwear. And then I did a more like snuggly jumper and joggers kind of nightwear, so that she's got something for those long cold nights in Windenburg, because Windenburg has a very, very long winter. I recently did part of my legacy in Windenburg, and oh my god, the winter, it just like never ended. And her party wear, it was important that it kind of reflected rave culture to me, so that's why I went for like the mesh top and the little skirt and the nice flat shoes, because no one wants to party in heels in the middle of a field. It's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, that's kind of what I went for her party looks. I wanted them to be like fun and party-ish, but also practical for when she's out raving. And again, like I said before, I let her have her big hair down. I did toy with giving her a whistle. If you know anything about 90s rave culture, you'll know why why they have the whistle. But it kept having like a visual glitch on her outfits, and I really did not jive with it, so I changed that up. The second party wear outfit, I went for like the jacket and the jeans. I feel like this is more if she was the actual DJ at the rave rather than being one of the ravers, just because like it's a little bit more casual and like a little bit easier to wear for like moving around and spinning those records, I guess. So for her swimwear, I chose a bikini with a shirt over the top, more because I think that she uses it for beachwear rather than for swimming. I don't think she's a big swimmer, so that's kind of why I went for that. And yeah, I did leave her some makeup on, which I normally don't with swimwear, but I think that she would probably wear makeup, sorry, with swimwear. For her hot weather fit, like her first one, the outdoor one, I gave her like the little cropped vest top from the Urban pack, like the kit. I just think that like that suits her vibe. And of course she had to have a bucket hat, because if you were in the 90s and you were part of rave culture, you definitely had to have a bucket hat. And that's kind of also why I went for the tie-dye shirt for her second hot weather fit, just because it's kind of a little bit like homemade, if you like, and it kind of fits with the like sort of the way that people would maybe customise their clothes a little bit more in the 90s rather than now, where most people just buy something and wear it. But yeah, that's how I got on with her hot weather fits. Her cold weather fits, I went for something a little bit different for her outdoor one, simply because she lives in Windenburg, and Windenburg is a very cold climate in the winter, so I wanted to make sure that she was really well wrapped up, and I thought like this fun little leopard print coat would be cool. And I did give her the funky cat hat because I think it's just like one of the things that she would decide to choose to wear. And then for her second cold weather fit, I just went for like jumper and combat trousers. I just think that like they're both quite 90s, plus also I think that's how she would just chill out at home when it's really cold, and like hanging out with Yuki at home. I think that like kind of suits her vibe, and it kind of, the green trousers kind of throws back again to the DJ Candy like MySims character, even though it is very much toned down. So those are all of Candy's outfits. I'm really happy with how she looks. I think that like she's really spot on, and I can't wait to play a game where she is in it. I will say just a little reminder that I always put these up on my gallery, so if you do want to play with my made over versions, have a look on my gallery. The link or the information that you need will be in the description to find them. And yeah, let's move on to Yuki. So Yuki in MySims, she's got darker skin, she has black hair, she wears like a kimono, and she has like anime hair, and she kind of gives off a little bit of goth vibes as well, which is completely different to the Yuki that's in The Sims 4. So for me, when I did her makeover, I was more concentrated on her geeky side, because in The Sims 4 she's supposed to be like a hacker and into programming and video gaming, rather than being like anime babe kind of thing. I also made Yuki a lesbian, just because like I really think she gives off lesbian vibes, and a lot of her outfits are kind of tomboyish, if you like, is the best way to describe them. I did add elements of like an alternative fashion into her clothes, as you'll see as we go on. Like for instance, her t-shirt that she's wearing in her very first outfit obviously has the skull on, so it's kind of like a little bit alternative, but it's not full-blown out there goth or anything like that. So when I was changing up Yuki's hair, I decided to keep the blue colour, but also just as sort of like a little throwback and a little tie to her MySims character, I really wanted to give her like anime hair. I did go at first for full-blown anime hair, but then I toned it down a little bit because I just think that like it suits her a little bit better. Plus also it allowed me to have the extra colours in her hair, like having the little bit of green and the orange in her hair, just like I think just really like suit her face and suit her like personality. So that's what I did with her hair. I also did like minimal makeup mostly for Yuki. I just kept her really to like slight eyeshadow and slight eyeliner, and sometimes I did use lip colour, but I tried to keep her lips looking pretty much natural. I did go a little bit heavier with the blush over her cheeks because I wanted her to have like little apple cheeks. So that was my thinking for her makeup and hair. So then for her second everyday outfit, I did decide to go for like the mesh jacket with what looks like a little vest top underneath, and just some jeans, like something simple, nothing too feminine. Yuki's clothes I kept mostly to like blues and reds, I think, with a little bit of black here and there. I like there isn't really any specific reason I chose this. I just thought that it like suited her character the most. I didn't want her to be like in loads of different colours, and in the outfits she is, that she's usually more pastel-y colours, just because like I think the pastels really suit her, like her skin tone, and like they go well with her hair. So her formal outfits, they were quite difficult for me to do because I wanted her to look like quite formal but not too formal and also not too feminine. The first one with this like red shirt and the black trousers, I chose that really because it kind of reminded me a little bit of her like MySims Yuki. Just like I thought that brought like a tiny little element in, as well as being like the right kind of vibe, where it's like a tiny little bit gothy but like not too goth, and it like is nice and suits her frame and isn't too feminine. Her second formal wear, I went for a like I don't even know what you call them, a bit like a waistcoat kind of thing. I can't think of the name, but yeah, that's what I went for, that top there. And I just went with some trousers that I found that almost exactly matched the colour. I thought like although it's two pieces, it kind of matches really well and it kind of looks almost like a jumpsuit. Obviously it isn't a jumpsuit, but like I quite liked how that looked. It was like smart but also quite cool for someone like Yuki, who's young and probably not going to that many formal events. I also really like the buttons on that outfit, how like the top half they go off to the side, but then on her trousers they just go straight down. And although the top and the trousers are from different packs, I think that recently the Sims have been really good at like making outfits and like pieces match between different packs. Beforehand they were very like disjointed, and this pack goes just with this pack and nothing else, or this pack and base came. But I think they've put a little bit more thought into it recently, and they seem to have made like the packs match each other a bit better. So like the top from that formal wear was from Business and Hobbies, and the trousers was from Life and Death. So like they're quite different packs, but they ended up like going quite well together, which I really liked. So I don't see Yuki as a very athletic sim. So for her athletics outfits, I kind of put her in clothes that I felt that she already had around the house. So like things that she would wear normally. More in the mind that these are the kinds of things that she might wear to do PE at school. Probably the item that most looks like sportswear are the leggings that she wore in the second outfit, but they're kind of like a bit yoga leggings like, and I can see Yuki doing yoga, like that might be one of her ways of chilling out. With her sleepwear, I didn't really put that much effort in, to be honest. I just wanted stuff that was comfy. I can imagine that Yuki would wear comfy clothes for bed, and that's really what I went for. The second one I did go for quite a fun little sweatshirt, just because that's like, Yuki is like fun and it brings in that kind of like geeky or anime aesthetic to her as well. And her party wear, I really wanted like something like really fun. Like I love the shirt that I put her in. It was part of the Pride update that they did in June or whenever it was, recently anyway. And like I thought that although it isn't all blue, it has blue bits, and like it kind of matches her hair as well. So I just thought it was like really fun, and it's kind of like tomboy, but like I can see her thinking that she was really comfortable, and if she was going out to a party, that's what she'd really want to wear, like something that she felt really good in and like really comfortable in, and that she felt like she could just be herself wearing. So that's like what I was thinking with the very first of her party wear. Then her like second one, I went for something that was a little bit more formal, and it was a shirt that I considered putting her in one of her other outfits. I think it was the formal one, but then I changed my mind anyway. But again, I've made it a little bit darker, like with the red and the black. It just is a little bit more alternative, and I see this like outfit as more for if she's got somewhere that she has to go to where she needs to dress up a little bit more, but not go completely full formal outfit. So maybe she's going out to dinner with her friends, she doesn't want to wear her funky shirt and her shorts, instead she wears this nice shirt and her like jeans. But yeah, that's what I really think, like she kind of has like a little bit of a two-sided personality, and she kind of has this fun like silly side, but then she also has this little like darker side where she's a little bit goth and a little bit alternative. But I really love Yuki. I think she's a really cute sim. Like when you look at her facial features, she's like really sweet. So I am absolutely loving the outfits that I've put her in. Her hot weather outfit, the very first one for like outdoors with the hat, I just really love that bowling shirt. I put that bowling shirt on quite a lot of the Sims that I make. I just think that it's like a really fun like Hawaiian patterned shirt. And then I paired it with the brown trousers and the little brown hat, and I just think it's like, it's a little bit hipster, but like it's also really fun and like not too feminine. So like I think it looks really cool on her. I think that like out of all the Sims it really suits her the most. And then her second hot weather outfit, I went for something that looked a bit more beachy, like that the little top with the jacket, and then some like board shorts, just because I feel like she might like going to the beach. She doesn't necessarily like doing the swimming and that kind of thing, but she likes hanging out at the beach, and maybe she does do something like surfing, if surfing was real in The Sims 3. Sims 4, sorry. It was in The Sims 3. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that I was thinking for her hot weather outfits. For her cold weather outdoor outfit, I went for this jacket and like hoodie combo. Again, I wanted something really warm for her to be wrapped up in, but also like I like the graphic details on it. It kind of gives that like anime kind of vibe to it, which sort of shows off her personality. And then this pastel jumper I think is just beautiful on her. I think that like I couldn't have picked a better like indoor cold weather outfit for her. I'm gonna say dag dag, and I'll leave you with her little fashion show. I hope you have an awesome day.